Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast of Vanguard. My name is Thomas JaKaTaKtv. With me is Glorfidith. How are you doing, Glorfidith?
I'm great. How are you, Jack?
I'm wonderful because I'm speaking in an accent now that you've spoken. All right, gotta get back to a regular human being. Spawning in the bottom right, we've got Waffles and Torino. Waffles playing the Nova. Ooh, Nova commander, new commander. And we have Zeratul, which we've seen quite a bit of. Zeratul, very popular at the moment. And in the top left, we've got December's Calm, who will be playing Abathur. Ooh, some fun stuff that can be done with Abathur.
Oh,
and we do have the Kerrigan play for Ektar. So these are two different factions and two different commanders. Each faction has two commanders. So 6 factions, 12 commanders. Factions are the same as races. Let's get back into the video game. Couple of scouts coming out. Remember, Adepts and Reapers do not attack in Vanguard. That's what I tell every StarCraft 2 player. Like, why should I play Vanguard? Obviously because Adepts and Reapers, they don't attack. Think of all the problems that you never have to worry about. But in any case, they are just little scout units. We use them for their models to go around, do the scouting. And this kind of helps build order losses to exist a little bit less. And what the hell? Hydralisks? What is going on?
Yeah, early Hydras are... Before 2 minutes, Hydras are out.
This is
Across
actually...
the map.
Wow.
Sending Torino straight away from
They're
December.
gonna have a big advantage against the Zealots, but the Commandos are pretty quick, so they should be careful. Against the Commandos, they don't have the speed advantage. So they might get... Ooh. Yeah, one does get shaved off there. Look over there in the left side, the center left. December using this to take a base. This is such an interesting play. Teching up super hard, super quick on one base, and then just holding the forces at bay, saying, I've put the fear of the Hydralisk into you, go away while I take a base. And also, this is a little bit different kind of an expansion pattern than what we're used to.
Yeah, definitely. I've not seen anyone expand this early for really in Vanguard. It's not that common.
Yeah, and much more common to take the base in the top center instead of the left center as well. We'll have to see how that strategy pans out for the red team. In the meanwhile, Waffles is taking a base, but significantly later than December. So December and Ektar gonna have the economic advantage right from the get-go. We'll see if they can hold on to it. Army sizes approximately even at the moment, so Defender's advantage does kick in. Rally advantage is really big in Vanguard because all of your units, they produce super quick compared to StarCraft 2. So that allows you to quickly respond to an attack by massing up a bunch of units very, very quickly, especially the Zerg. Zerg have infinite larvae, so you don't have to really worry about injects or larva management. You just, oh, I want a bunch of units, bam, you got them, as long as you have the money.
It's amazing. You don't have to have those queens.
Oh, Nova dropship. And that was a perfect display of how hidden works. It's cloaked as long as there aren't enemy units around, but when there are enemy units close to you, it becomes uncloaked, and Hydralisks kill your drop. So even if you've got a cloaked dropship, remember it's only hidden, not pure cloak. And so you can't just run across the middle of a pack of Hydras and expect to stay alive.
Oh, look at those lances. By Torino go across the map.
Very scary. They got a long-range attack, a little bit of splash.
Oh, ouch. Really
Ooh, nice focus fire there on the Ravagers. Gonna drop that for a second, and that DOT countered there by the excellent Warp Prism micro of Torino. Great job there. Keeps all of the Lancers alive. Waffles is going to try to drop again, because if at first you don't succeed, build more cloaked dropships.
Again and again and again.
Yes. And he's even got one over here as well, just totally ready, doing this multi-pronged harassment.
Yeah. See, Ektar having that creep colony, like, wall, it's amazing.
Yeah, they've really committed to this pattern of expanding down the left side, even putting those structures, bind crawlers behind them and everything. For those of you new to Vanguard, those are creep colonies. They're a little bit different than the Brood War kind. Whoa, lots of kills going off here. The harassment is working. Gonna get out of there with all but one worker killed. Nice harassment there from
See?
Waffles.
December currently, they are not real Hydras.
Oh.
Actually there.
Oh, we got a big Mimic Swarm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mimic Swarm units take the same amount of damage. They have the same amount of HP, but they deal no damage.
Oh, Torino does think they're real, though. I mean, look at that. He is scared to engage with that, with the Hydra.
Yeah, very much. Look, and even the second army there. We see all three armies here on the page. Really great use of Mimic Swarm there to sort of mind game your opponent to thinking that you're more scary than you are. And what is he doing here? Taking all the Mimic. Oh, this is so smart. Look at this. He's making a quote-unquote bad move with the Hydralisks. And now the blue team are going to think, oh, man, we did so good. We crushed those Hydras. We must be so far ahead right now. But they're not. Oh,
December's like, by the way, they were fake. Ha! So
did you know all of those were halluc?
Trina's like, wait, what do you mean? I saw them. They're real, right? Nope.
No, infestors with their slimy trail of goo. Being gross. Being bugs. They've got a cool ability called Parasitic Cluster instead of the fungal growth. It does a bit of damage.
Ooh,
I think it does an armor shred and it spawns some units. Whoa.
The expansion by December over on the bottom left.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
That is quite the expansion. Being taken on the other side as well. And the reason why we're kind of like, whoa, about this is this back base over here, center top, is much safer, probably. But they've managed to, defend left side and focus on left side. And they can kind of keep their armies. You can see it even here. They're sort of just keeping their armies toward the left. And it helps them defend these bases a bit better. But now that we're running out of bases, as the game progresses, naturally, you will have to defend more and more spread out locations. And that's when harassment happens. That's when positioning tactics happen. You have to be very careful. Nice moves here. Torino able to shave off a couple of Hydralisks while the lurkers are morphing, taking advantage of that time of opportunity. That window that is now closed. And yeah, look at this. December's going to get this bottom left base up without too much trouble. More Hellbat harass. Nice. Oh, man. A little bit of lost mining time. I don't think any workers died. Maybe a couple died. And more Hydralisks just coming through and cleaning them up. One thing about the Nova dropship, it does have that passive ability that cloaks things, and it cloaks itself. But it does not have the speed boost. So you have to be a lot more careful about where you go and how hard you commit to particular areas. Little bit of harassment here run by. Even if they don't get too many drones, it's really nice to open up this path of attack, especially now that this base is a big target, being a fresh base, having a lot of minerals at it still.
See, these Tempests are waiting
for
the push.
Uh-oh. Glorfidith, how many things shoot up over here? Because I'm not seeing too many.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
I think it's just the Hydras.
It is literally just the Hydras trying to go against those Tempests, but it's not gonna happen. It is, those.
Yep, we have more anti-ground units coming in to support. This is, this is a great strategic play from Torino, recognizing the weakness of his opponent's unit composition and countering hard.
He's gonna keep going. He's realized that they don't have anything right now.
Gonna retreat to the safety of the Nidus destroyers. And morphing some Sky Killers.
Yeah, they've learned now that they need to get some kills against the Tempests right now, because they are just pushing through.
Yep. It's a really nice position over here. We have the Bile Hosts and the Sky Killers. So those are they're units that are in the same class. They're dedicated ground-to-air specialists. So they may have some ground attacks, but they're generally not as strong as their air attacks.
Yeah.
And so going to move forward here, sieging up.
Ooh.
A little bit of a spell on the Sky Killers, trying to get a Tempest, but all of that army bulk on the bottom.
Yeah, by Waffles. He's putting them in front of Torino right now.
Yep, protecting his ally, working together.
Yeah.
This is a really important fight. We have incredibly strong armies here.
The hosts are going in for the Tempests right now. Ooh, a lot of damage has been dealt to the Tempest.
Yeah, one Tempest does go down there at the cost of some of Ektar's.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was December's army that lost a few Hydras there.
But it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Zergs need to do more against that.
Yeah. The army size is still relatively similar at the moment. Economy slight advantage for Red. Nice kill on that. Oh, man. These Lancers are holding position. They get the extra range, and so much damage is being dealt by them. The Tempest as well, focusing down the anti-air tools of their opponent.
Yeah, the Balhosts are going down now.
Torino is 1v2ing right now. This is incredible.
Look at Torino go.
Well, gotta be careful about overextension on those Tempests. They are quick, they are microable. You have to be careful, though.
Yeah.
As he's starting to lose the army, retreating to the Aegis gun, the Terran version of fortification.
Guy killers are pushing through, trying to get those pigs.
In the meantime, though, we have some counterattacking from Waffles. Going to be able to take out a base in return, so at least even exchange. It's all about army size at this point. How efficiently can they fight? Centurions do very well against Hydralisks, and there's not a lot to deal with them except these Swarm hosts that are currently not participating in the fight. Overextension trying to get the Tempest is going to lead to a defense here by blue team. Oh man, the rest of the armies get wiped.
Yes. The Tempests are just destroying all the roaches right now.
And the top left, Kaboom has been killing off the reinforcements. Ektar is left with almost nothing. He's got 100 army supply. He was down to 50. Still quite low compared to everybody else. He's only got 2 bases, and they're going to mine out very, very soon. Right around the 17-minute mark, these bases will mine out, and Ektar will be in a lot of trouble. So it's very important for Red Team to secure Ektar a base soon, or he will be rendered impotent in this game.
Yeah, they're trying to push against Waffles right now. I'm trying to get him away.
Yeah,
from
finally
those bases.
they do.
They need to keep them.
And Torino taking this moment to expand to the top right. Extend that lead. On the other side, we do have Waffles. Waffles is in a 2-base situation as well. But that third command center already done. Just needs to land in place to give him that little boost in economy that he needs to increase his army size. You see now that effect on the Nova dropship. It is specific to Nova. Makes things underneath the dropship hidden. Gonna take a really good fight here. Uh-oh. The aggro of the units pulled the dropships back, looked like. You really want to keep those front units cloaked when you can. And moving in. Oh my god! Huge parasitic cluster all over that bio army. You're gonna start to see the locusts pop up. Every time one of those units dies, it spawns 2 locusts.
Yeah.
And that is going to spiral out of control. Big base kill, but counterattack damage on the left side. Those Tempests went over and just sniped that base, and they're going to return to the battle to defend. Ektar and December have a big moment here if they can capitalize on it. Moving up the choke.
Look at the Vipers go. They are my favorite. Are they going to do what I think they're going to do?
I certainly hope so. They're getting in position.
Oh, look at that!
Yanks all the way into the army, but not enough follow-up. Only 1 Tempest dies.
Yes! See, that was amazing. The Vipers just pull them in, and we're like, what is happening? But, you know, those Vipers are down by the Tempest. Amazing play, but no follow-up, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we saw this happen before. You really gotta have the follow-up to finish them off. Tempests are a capital ship. They have a lot of hit points. You gotta commit to killing them, otherwise they're just gonna go to a recovery shrine like we see over here and get back to full health. So when you go for the kill, you really gotta go hard.
Yeah, unfortunately. Amazing to watch, amazing to see with those Tempests. Nope.
Yeah, those Tempests have been doing so much work for Torino, keeping his army size really big. And keep in mind, too, it's not just the kind of unit where you can just mass it and A-move it. It's a unit that's very strong, but you have to micro it. You have to keep moving it. You have to kite, and you have to be very, very careful about where you put them. because they can be picked off very easily in an open field.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of harass here, cleaned up. December maybe taking this base again. There's really no bases left to take, so at this point you have to defend this bottom left base, which is so hard to defend. But on this map, it's so funny. You get in these situations where each player has a base in the corner, and they're really close to each other, and there's a lot of opportunity. But as soon as you go to attack the top right, as Ektar and December's calm, you're pretty much forfeiting your base over in the bottom left. So very tricky little positioning thing. Scouting, really important, knowing where your opponent's army is. Oh,
yeah,
and,
here we
well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bug. And not the Zerg kind.
I mean, there's tiny little circles running around.
I mean, I don't think Travis intentionally chose that model. As cool as it would be, it does kind of defeat the purpose of Mimic Swarm, which is to trick your opponent into thinking you have a bigger army than you do. This is a prototype game. We do use it to test things. This is a play test game, so bugs happen. Guarantee that's already fixed. I think that was fixed day of. Usually most fixes like that do go in right away. But yeah, that's Mimic Swarm. It's supposed to work like it did in the earlier part of the game, but
look at it. Look at them. They are adorable, and I think they should stay.
You think they should stay? All right. Well, people of YouTube, please leave a comment. Do you think we should keep the circular models for those for the Mimic Swarm? What do you think? Tell us and tell us why.
Oh, the Vipers are going in, and I love them. They are my favorite.
Big focus fire on the hatchery. Are they going to be able to get it? Are they going to be able to get it? They need this economy so badly, and they just barely defend. They have to be so careful now, though, because any unit just walks in there, and that thing is gone.
Yeah, a few hits on the hatchery.
Oh, look at this. This is such a cool positioning play from Blue Army. They attack in this top right position. Top right position and the bottom left position pretty much at the same time. Oh, speaking of any unit, 3 Marines walk into an almost dead hatchery.
And the drones are trying to attack. They're like, come on. Oh.
They tried really hard, and they got so far, but in the end, the hatchery died, and that's unfortunate. But this is a really tough, because Torino has now been able to be so cost efficient with his fights for so long. Look at this high-tech army, like tons of Tempest, tons of Lancers. Very difficult to deal with this kind of a gas-intensive army. You got the splash damage, nice hold position on those Lancers. Yeah, they're gonna make it really difficult.
Just
try to get them ducked in.
The Tempest, against those Vipers.
He even put Chrono on top of those Lancers, which make them shoot faster. So really, really efficient fight there for Torino, and that's what we've been seeing all game.
Yeah, they had to pull back on that one.
Moving in though.
Waffles and Torino are constantly keeping pressure.
And they're constantly keeping their army size, which is really impressive. They've been behind in economy almost the whole game, but ahead in army as well.
On the Nexus.
Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. That's a dead Nexus. Goodbye. And they don't even have to commit up the ramp. That's the coolest part, I think, about this.
Oh, what's the problem here, Jack?
Oh, wow. Oh, well, it looks like they have nothing that shoots up. Oh, no.
Goodbye.
They have some roaches, but really, really good opportunity there. Makes them pay. Pay the cost. You can destroy this base, but you're going to have to pay the price.
This is an amazing kill.
Yep, really nice move.
Lost quite a few against the Tempest, which is kind of what we're seeing here.
I mean, yeah, he's just been getting a bigger and bigger Tempest ball, doing more and more work with it. Ooh, Waffle's out of position, though.
Drones being killed.
Aggressively mining.
Drone's like, please, just let me drown, don't shoot me.
Oh, God, those Tempests, though. We're just going to blast that hatchery down. No problems at all. In the meantime, we do have a bit of a 2-on-1 scenario in the bottom. That's a disadvantage of leaving your ally here. And it looks like they're, again, they might just trade a base for a base. Ooh, lifting off is strong. You might be able to zone them back. Yeah, I think Waffles is going to keep this base alive. And that'll help their momentum quite a bit. Oh no, the infestors! Oh, they're so important.
The infestors! Did they? Oh no!
every single infestor gone. We
Was
saw
that not
what
an
that
attack move? Was
parasitic cluster can do. Oh, we do have the Scourge moving in, landing their parasitic bombs all over the Tempest, but Tempests have a lot of hit points. They're going to have follow-up, and only a few Hydralisk Sky Killers are left over. Will not be able to finish it off.
Unfortunately, there wasn't enough damage on the Tempest.
Oh, look at these bruised Tempests.
They're very, very weak, but...
it's like walking away from a team fight in any kind of team game, and all the enemy has like no hit points left, and you're like, oh, we're so close, but we lost everything.
And everyone gets really mad and starts spamming. So, yeah, it's one of these situations.
Yeah, but you know.
Luckily, we don't get stoned.
We don't get that salty.
No.
Our players are generally pretty non-salty, and it's kind of awesome.
That's why you should play this game. That's
why. One of the many reasons why you should try it out if you're feeling it. If you're like, this is a little weird RTS, maybe I'll see if I like it. And see if you do. Maybe you might. If you don't like building workers, if that's a boring part of the game to you, if you don't like doing injects, this might be the game for you.
Oh, there are a few Sky Killers, but just not
that's
enough
not
against
enough.
those Tempests, isn't
it? No, it's 4 Sky Killers against... How many Tempests are we up? This is insane. 13 Tempests. 13 Tempests. Oh, man. That is an incredible army.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking their hatchery again. They keep trying to expand there, but unfortunately that is really hard to hold.
Yep.
No matter what side of the map you're on.
Oh yeah, it's such a tough base. They are going to take the one on the top right. The problem is their army is so small. December having a huge gas bank, but no mineral bank. And keep in mind, nothing of economy. Yeah, he's reading the writing on the wall here. There's pretty much no economy left at all for Red Team.
GG has been called.
GG, well played, great game. Really fun, interesting strats from Travis. Travis showing us maybe what he had in mind when he designed Abathur, along with the rest of us, of course. But, you know, the Mimic Swarm and things like that.
Fun.
They were really cool.
Very cool.
Great use of Tempest by Torino. Just super efficient play.
Yep.
And that's how the video game ends. Thank you so much for joining us on a cast of Vanguard. If you want to play Vanguard, all the information is in the description. So follow the steps in the description and they'll lead you to the video game, which you can play. And who knows, maybe you'll end up on one of these casts. My name is JaKaTaK. With me was the Glorfindorf.
Bye-bye.